Good morning, everyone. This is Eric Lofholm. I want to welcome all of you to our morning sales boost. Happy Tuesday, coming to you live. This is not AI. We're live here from Rockland, California on Tuesday, August 4th. And thank you for joining today. It's great to be with all of you here this morning. And one announcement is tomorrow is our monthly community networking event. And I'm going to drop the link in the chat. You can also find the registration link at ericlofholmcalendar.com. And we gather as a community on the first Wednesday of the month for an hour to do a virtual Zoom networking. There's no cost for that if you want to meet other community members, if you're looking for social media followers, if you want to promote a Zoom. It's a great opportunity. We've been getting anywhere from 70 to 100 people to attend. So it's a great place to come and meet other people like yourself that have a positive mindset, great attitude. And so anyway, that's happening tomorrow. And also, we're going to kick off a new thing. I mentioned this yesterday of having one of you guys, one of our community members, leading the morning sales boost once a week. And the day I've selected for that is on Wednesdays. So it gives me a day off and it lets you get to learn from one of your other community members. I'm not necessarily like looking for professional trainers or speakers. If you happen to be that, that's fine. But if you would like to come on and share some ideas on Morning Sales Boost, just reach out to me and we'll find a time that works one of the Wednesdays. And one thing that would be great to share if you are one of the people that presents on a Wednesday is one of the ideas you've learned from me that's been helpful for you. Because if you share it and you're saying, hey, this is something that's really made a difference for me, it might reach one or more members of the community, something I've already been teaching, but they hear it differently when it comes from you. So just reach out to me if you're interested in being one of our guest presenters. All right, let's go to our first idea today. And some of you might notice my angle of the call, I'm a little bit different right now. And the reason why is I'm standing. And I'm standing because one of our community members, his name is Rico, and he did a group Zoom on Saturday teaching health ideas. And I'm an advocate of you considering doing a monthly free group Zoom as a way to put yourself out there, to be visible, to invite people to your group Zoom, to get joint venture partners to share about your group Zoom, to grow you as a presenter. And so lots of benefits to group Zoom. So Rico decided to do that on Saturday, and I was there supporting his group Zoom. And he was talking about, this is what he said. He said, sitting is the new smoking. Like smoking's, not ideal, obviously, for your health. And so nowadays, because of the computer, and we're doing a lot of sitting, at least I've been doing a lot of sitting. And his message inspired me to create a standing desk. So some of the time on Morning Sales Boost, I'll be standing, and some of the time I'm sitting. Right now, I'm standing. And so maybe one of you will be like, yeah, I'm sitting a lot. What can I do to get my body moving? And maybe you aren't able to create a standing desk, but you could, get up every hour and get your body moving. Or maybe you can do a standing desk and maybe an hour a day instead of sitting, you're standing. And so you're getting your body moving. You got to support yourself with the weight of yourself, and it helps you with your longevity. So that's a little thought for you guys. Could be a big thought. The next idea, this one comes from my pastor, and sometimes somebody will say something and it just sticks into the subconscious. And I've said what I'm about to tell you hundreds of times. And so he was telling the story about a time that his daughter said to him, I've got the school assignment. I need to interview somebody. And Dad, I want to interview you. And so I don't remember the exact question she asked him, but it had to do with leadership and him being a pastor of a very large church, and he's a great leader. Ray Johnson is his name. And so she was asking him a question about leadership. And what came to him was what I'm about to tell you right now, which is this: the number one job of a leader is to stay encouraged. Ray told his daughter the number one job of a leader is to stay encouraged. Encouragement is a state of being. Discouragement is a state of being. Being implies choice. So as you're going through your life, start noticing, is whatever you're going through a state of being? Because if it is, it implies choice. So inconsistent or inconsistency is a state of being. Being implies choice. So if you're being inconsistent, you could be what? Consistent, right? Procrastination is a state of being. So instead of saying, I am a procrastinator, I'm being that I'm a procrastinator. In which it sounds kind of weird, right? Like I'm being that I'm a procrastinator, but the word being implies choice. So if you're being that you're a procrastinator, you could be action. And it's a snap of a finger and you just choose it. So if you're noticing you're in discouragement, remind yourself, remember what I'm telling you right now. You are a leader. You're a leader in business. You're a leader in your community. You're a leader in your family. You're a leader on this call. You are a leader. And so if the number one job of a leader is to stay encouraged and you notice yourself in discouragement, and then you remember, oh yeah, that's a state of being. You see, if you're being discouragement, you're taking that energy with you into your sales calls. You're taking that energy into your communication with your staff. You're taking that energy into your communication with your neighbor when you go into Starbucks or whatever you're doing for the day. You take that energy into your posts on social media. And what I would invite you to consider is to say, okay, being is a choice. Instead of being discouragement, I could be encouragement. And then you just snap your fingers and you show up differently, which is going to create differently. People are going to respond to you differently. They're going to be more drawn to you. So number one job of leaders is to stay encouraged. That thought went into the subconscious. I've shared it many times and I remind myself of that because there's times when I get discouraged. And I got to remind myself, it's a state of being, Eric. Shift out of discouragement and step into encouragement. And I want to wrap today with something I've shared before. And it's just actually, I've got two more ideas to share with you. I'll save my wrap session for just a second. I've got some actions I want you to take. It's a set of three. I want you to do something for 5 minutes. And then I want you to do another thing for 5 minutes. And then I want you to do another thing for 5 minutes. I'm going to tell you exactly what I want you to do. And I want you to be action. So if you agree with what I'm going to tell you, just do it, right? Get out of your head and just do it, okay? Action is a state of being. And so what I want you to do today, and I'm going to do this too, I want you to take 5 minutes and review your text history. Just go into your text and just scroll. Are there any business texts in there that you got deals in the pipeline that need to be followed up on? And you might go back a month or two or even 3 months or even longer. Just take 5 minutes, go through your text history and see if there's anybody you need to respond to. Because if there is, you don't have to find their contact information. You just reply to the text. And there might be one of you that does this and you reply to a text and you close a deal this month because of that. All right? If you're willing to do that, just type yes in the chat. Okay, Eric, I'll spend 5 minutes today reviewing my text history. I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to go into the chat here and I'm going to type yes. I'm going to be action. Okay, I'm not going to be in my head. I'm just going to take action on that idea. And I'm going to likely come across some really good text opportunities and I'm going to respond. Okay, the next thing I want you to spend 5 minutes on, this is the second 5, your social media history. So whatever your DMs are, This is a social media direct message. What's your go-to direct? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Whatever your go-to is, 5 minutes, scroll, scroll, scroll. Are there any messages in there that you need to respond to? It could be personal or it could be professional. So if you're willing to do 5 minutes of whatever your go-to social media, your direct messages, 5 minutes reviewing, respond to any ones that need to be responded to, just type yes in the chat. I'm going to put yes in the chat because I'm going to be action on that one. And I'm going to do that. Okay? And then the last 5 minute I want you to do is your sent email history. Okay? We all get lots and lots and lots and lots of emails coming in, but we're only sending the ones that are relevant to us because we took the time to write it and send it. So go through your sent email history. There might be some deals sitting in there. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. And then you take action on that. So if you want to take 5 minutes on your sent email history, type yes in the chat. So I'm asking you to do 15 minutes of activity today. And you know what I think is going to happen? You're going to get a deal or two. You're going to get something in your pipeline. You're going to make something happen. You're going to close an extra deal and you're going to be in action. And this is the place to be during the workday. We don't want to be stuck in our head, analysis paralysis. I'm not down on planning. Planning is an important thing, but we want to be in action, especially during the workday, and especially on things that can lead us to revenue producing activities. And the last thing I'm going to share with you, I've shared this before, and I'm going to share it probably several times the rest of this year, is this question. It's one of the greatest questions you could ever ask yourself. And it's this: what would create a sales miracle? What would create a sales miracle? And what you're doing is you're pointing your mind on something that's going to make a massive difference for you. And I asked Izzy this question, what would create a sales miracle? This a couple months ago. And he said group selling. Now, I'm not saying that's your answer, but that was his answer. And at the time, he wasn't doing any group selling. And Izzy just closed in July, last month, 12 pieces of business. It's a great month for him. He had a great month in terms of number of sales. He had a great income month. And guess what the number one way he generated business last month? You guessed it, group selling. So there was a question that I posed to him. What would create a sales miracle? He got the idea of group selling, and then he took action. So when you get an idea that will create a sales miracle, and then it's like, okay, I need to be action. Okay, action is a muscle. Action is a learned skill. And I'm role modeling action for you guys every day. Every day I'm on this call, I'm being action right now. I'm being visible right now. And as I go through my day, I'm doing things to produce results, revenue producing activities, prospecting, booking appointments, running appointments, doing follow-up, marketing, being visible. So ask your brain what would create a sales miracle, and maybe just like Izzy, you'll come up with an idea and you'll take action on it. And something extraordinary will happen for you. So that's going to wrap up our call today. Vicky, you are action. Thanks for showing up today. Urban, you are action. Thanks for showing up today. Todd, great to have you. Thomas, you're an elite coach. Terry, thanks for joining today. Sylvia, thank you for joining today. Stacia, great to have you in class today. Thank you guys for the emojis. Sherry, thanks for coming back. Sheila, you're an elite trainer. The world needs your message right now, Sheila. Thank you for showing up today. Russ, great to have you in class today. Rose, thanks for joining. Thank you guys for the emojis. Percy, thanks for joining. Neil, great to have you. Michelle, great to see you again. Michael, thanks for joining today. Max, you're an elite prospector. MVP Max. Marie, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you for showing up today. Lynn, thanks for joining today. Lisa, great to see you. Karen, thanks for joining. Joe, thanks for your text the other day. Joanne, thanks for joining. Jenna, great to see you. Jeffrey, thanks for joining. Janine, great job on sending your goals in. Jay, Mr. Consistency. Janelle, thanks for joining today. Jacques, thank you for joining today. Great to have you. Helene, thanks for being here. Holly, you're a click away from sales mastery. Thanks for being here. Greta, Got your accountability last night. Thanks for joining today. Greg, looking forward to our call this week. Gina, thanks for joining. Frank, great to see you. Thanks for showing up. Barbara, great to have you in class today. Brian, thanks for joining. Diana, tremendous action yesterday, Diana. Great job. Diane, thanks for joining. Dave, great to see you. Christina, thanks for the emojis. Congrats on a great month last month. This month, you're going to have another great one. You're an elite coach, Christina. Chris, thanks for joining. Kathy, great to have you in class today. Carol, great to see you. Self-image, Carol, you know what I'm talking about. Anthony, thanks for joining. Dr. Renee, thanks for joining today. That's going to wrap our call. Have a great day, guys. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.